Hey, how's everyone going? So this is the first day after episode 9, the world premiere, and we're getting lots of mixed reactions, a lot of mixed reviews. Try to stay away from spoilers. That's all I can say. I want to go in there with a fresh mind. I want to make my own judgments for myself, and I don't want to be influenced by anyone or anything else. So there's only a few more days. I see it on Thursday at 6 o'clock. This came across myself on the internet, and actually someone emailed me regarding Disney announced that there won't be any more trilogies after The Rise of Skywalker, which is complete garbage. That's BS. It's not true. No one ever said that. So I tracked it down, and let's look at what Bob Iger has to say. It's actually some interesting stuff regarding what we can expect for after Episode 9 regarding Star Wars. So it's a 3-minute interview by Variety, I think. So, yeah, Variety. So let's get to it. React to it, listen to it, and give our own theories and stuff after that. React with chat. I love you guys. And, yeah, here we go. If you didn't know, Bob Iger is the CEO behind Disney. He's the guy who basically pitched to George Lucas that, like, hey, what are you going to do with Lucasfilm when you're not doing it anymore, when you don't want to do it anymore? I made a video on that. Let's just go.
How does this feel? It's the end of Skywalker.
Well, it feels in many respects great because I think closure has value, and J.J. Abrams has delivered a film that has closure that's very satisfying, emotional as well, but quite satisfying. And while this represents the end of really 9 chapters, which is quite extraordinary, it's not the end of Star Wars stories. In many respects, it's the beginning of new Star Wars stories. So,
how many do you have in development right now?
I don't think I can say the number, but I think it's probably smaller than you think because what we do is, we look to pick a few and see how they gestate. In some cases, bring them out and see how the audience reacts and then react accordingly. But it's not as many as I think people think. I think the number is endless, but we're going to be careful. The next one is really important. Right now, we're enjoying the reaction to The Mandalorian.
Did you hear that?
First live-action
The
Star
next
Wars
one's really
series,
important.
and the reaction to the child, a certain baby that's in the series.
Yeah. Did you have any idea people would react to Baby Yoda the way they have?
Well, I think it would be wrong for me to say I knew exactly how everybody would react because it's been huge, but I did have a strong sense that it was a character people were going to love. I know my reaction as soon as I saw it, wow. I knew it was coming too, but when you lay eyes on that character, there's something so compelling about that character. The old and the new, the adorable and the intriguing. So I had a sense it was going to be big. Now, has it exceeded my expectations? Of course.
And Kathleen Kennedy said that maybe no more trilogies for Star Wars. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think she and I have said, well, maybe trilogies are too hard, so maybe we'll make one film and then a sequel. But we don't know.
What do you say to people who come after Kathleen and criticize her and, on the internet you have the trolls? What's your reaction when you hear that stuff?
We don't overreact to that. We respect fans of Star Wars. That's really important to us, to Lucasfilm, to the franchise. We do the best job we possibly can. And we think we had a very hard job in bringing this forward with Force Awakens, of satisfying the traditional fans and touching on themes and characters and places they were familiar with, but also introducing the new places, new stories, new characters. And I think over
Well,
the
you should have
3 that
stuck
we've
with George's
produced,
story,
those
but
3,
you
I think
didn't.
we've done a really good job of threading that needle, walking that fine line.
No, you
We're
haven't.
never going to please everybody all the time. We see that with Disney films and with Marvel films, and so
Disney
I don't mean
films
to
and Marvel
suggest that
films
I'm
are doing great.
dismissive of it because we respect our fans, but we don't overreact to it either.
What's Kevin Feige going to bring to the franchise? How's he going to change it?
Oh, we don't have anything specific to say about that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so clearly there's still going to be... Let's get this crap out of the way. Clearly there's still going to be Star Wars trilogies, and if they don't do a trilogy, they'll do a sequel. So it's still going to be happening. Let me blast myself up here. Let me get rid of this green screen. By the way, you guys like... Just thought I'd show that off. Just got it in a few days ago. Yeah, so I don't think there are going to be any issues with Star Wars going forwards. I think really, the stories are really just about to begin because now they can separate themselves from the Skywalker saga. And I think that's what they always kind of wanted to do because they were just sort of chilling around this legacy that George Lucas created, and with that, people are always going to have emotions because they're going to be tied to it, right? So they're going to basically, it's hard for them, and I'm not, look, I'm not a Disney hater, I'm not a Disney shill, right? I just give my views the way it is as a Star Wars fan, you know? So for them, I can understand why they would want to get away from the Skywalker saga, because they want it to end, because this way they can go forwards, and if whatever they make, we can't really compare it to the past or anything like that, right? So it's not like there's anything to really build off or anything to contrast with, because it's new, it's all fresh. So I understand that, but I think, I don't know. You know, I'm really saving my piece for when I see this film, and I hope it's amazing. I hope it blows fans away. I hope it's really a great movie. But as for him talking about, you know, walking a fine line and threading it all together very nicely, well, you know, that you have to say that when you're on the microphone, I guess. But and you're behind a massive company as Disney. They're like the biggest company in the world when it comes to media. So I think, you know, he's being very political and he's a very good speaker, but I don't think they've done obviously a good job, because Marvel and Disney movies are doing just fine. The fandom behind them are, you know, okay, maybe they didn't like some things, but generally they really like everything that they've done, because they've respected the characters and they've stayed true to the characters and they've respected the fandom. And you know, it's such a tough thing for me to even talk about anything to do with me disliking Star Wars or liking Star Wars, because you get this, you get put into this box, and it's really, quite frankly, damn annoying, because if I say something against The Last Jedi, I'm a Disney hater. If I say something for Star Wars Episode 9 or whatever, I'm a Disney shill. And look, dude, Disney doesn't give me anything, all right? Plain and simple. I've been wanting to make a video on this by itself for a long time. They single-handedly leave me out of everything, and they put the other Star Wars YouTubers into certain opportunities and things that I don't want to get into. But to make the record clear here, I don't get anything from Disney, all right? So I'm not persuaded by any. It wouldn't be persuaded anyways, but my comments are my own, and they're my own only. So I'm not a shill, and I'm not a Disney hater. I'm just a Star Wars fan, okay? I love George Lucas' stuff, and that's it. So I can see their views on everything. I can see, you know, going into Episode 9, how the fandom, like, I wasn't a fan of The Last Jedi. I didn't hate it, but I really didn't like it. So it just didn't feel like a Star Wars film to me. So going into this, I feel like I'm kind of on the fence, you know. I'm just going into it with like an open mind. I want it to be great. I don't want it to fail. I never want Star Wars to fail. I want it to be awesome, because I'm a fan at the end of the day. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not a Disney fan. I'm even not a Lucasfilm fan. I'm just a Star Wars fan. So you make a cool story, something that I grew up with, something that I love. Great, I'm in for it. You know, Star Wars gave me everything in my life, right? So, and I mean that. So, actually, just did an interview with the Telegraph, one of the biggest news outlets online. You guys can go check it out. I linked it on Twitter, so it gives my like full story of how I started the channel and everything, which I'll make a video on eventually as well. But so, as for the trilogies, after Episode 9, remember how he said, and I wanted you to pay attention to this, remember how he said that the next one's going to be really important. I believe he was obviously alluding to the next film after Episode 9, which will be important. So we know we have Disney Plus, we've got The Mandalorian, we've got all this stuff. So going forwards, Mandalorian ends. We got the next episode on Wednesday. Then we got the final episode on the 27th. That ends. January is a dead period. We don't have anything. Okay. February, we get the Clone Wars. That will probably run us until sometime the spring or early summer. Probably spring. It's probably like a month and a half or 2 months. And then maybe we'll get an announcement of something, maybe the Cassian Andor series or something. You know, you got to realize I'm sure they have so many things in the works right now in the pipeline, but they're not revealing it to us because they don't want us to be confused or, you know, have our attention be like splattered. That's why they were going to release the Clone Wars along with the Mandalorian, but they didn't. And like, okay, there's too much stuff. We want them to focus on Episode 9. We want them to focus on the Mandalorian. So I get that from like a marketing standpoint. You know, there's too many things. We want people to like just eat up what we feed them. You know, give them this, eat it all up. Give them this, eat it all up. If they give them everything, there are going to be leftovers all over the place, right? So with that, I get it. Going forwards, the Kenobi show is going to be the next biggest thing after the Skywalker saga. And it's directed by Deborah Chow, who directed episode 3 of The Mandalorian, who did a fantastic job. So I'm excited for that. But going forwards, if they don't do trilogies and they just do just sequels, like, episode 1 and 2 kind of thing, it'd be interesting. It would have to be longer movies, and I feel like the content within those movies would have to be a lot more rich. We couldn't waste time with, like lame dialogue and things like that. So it'd have to be stuff that would be a little more not so saturated. You know what I mean? So let's read some super chats, interact with you guys. I said my piece. How are y'all doing? Hope you're having a good day. By the way, I will be doing a live stream directly after I see episode 9 on Thursday night. The first portion of it won't have any spoilers, and then afterwards it will, and I'll announce that when I'm making the live stream and the video. Or I might even just record it to gather all my thoughts. I might be so shook or something. I don't know. I don't know what to expect, right? Cam says, I have a bad feeling about this. Bad says, poop. Andy says, say no to woke wars. We won. What are woke wars? Darth Dula, Bob doesn't have a good poker face. Navy Snake with $1. Thanks, man. Going Scarface says, hey, Theory, Joe from Georgina, Ontario. Hey, right on, man. Fellow Canadian. What's going on? What time are you going to see episode 9 live stream, says Charlie? When's the live stream? Well, I go in to see it Thursday at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, it's going to be late, actually. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should save it for the day after and just, like, do a recorded. If you want me to do a live stream, type 1 right now. If you want me to do a pre-recorded video and release it for Friday morning, type 2, and I can do that. The live stream will be much more raw. The edited video will be obviously edited, or I might not even edit it. So, yeah, you guys let me know whatever you want. Son Goku says, hey, Theory, love you from the UK. I'm watching the film tomorrow. I'm so pumped. What's your scale that Anakin will be in the movie from 1 to 10? Love you from Ian. Dude, I hope it's a 10, but he wasn't at the premiere. Hayden wasn't at the premiere, so I'm, like, freaking out a little bit. I'm like, why not? Love the channel, bro. Seeing the movie 13 hours. Dude, you get to see it before me, man. Still. I wish I was invited to the premiere, but you guys all want it live? Really? Late at night? You guys are still going to be up, chilling? All right. That's fine. I guess I'll hit all the East Coast people and the Europe and the Asia and Australia demographic. Don't read aloud. Wrote you a personal email. Don't read. Okay. Thanks, Dylan. Rustic Reaper is a new member. Thank you, Rustic Reaper. Hope you guys enjoyed Once Upon a Theory, by the way. Say what you want to say. Who gives a crap what people think? It's your opinion. Yeah, thanks, dude. It's tough sometimes, man, because I love giving my own opinion, but people love to just put others in a box. So you either hate something or you're a shill, and it's like, dude, neither. I don't get crap. I don't get anything. I don't want anything from Disney, but some recognition would be nice, as like they give to the others. That'd be cool, But it's whatever, dog. Dog. The hell. 21 tomorrow and seeing Rise of Skywalker. Let's go, baby. Hey, happy birthday, Max. The way episode 9 playing it Palpatine legit wins in a certain point of view if the leaks are true. I've read some of the leaks. I haven't read all of them. So I don't know. Ernie says, what kind of nonsense is this? Yeah. I think Bob's a very good speaker, and I think that's why he's the head of Disney, You have to be. You have to be a smart person. My thing is, didn't the Skywalker saga end with Return of the Jedi? That's what I thought too. So here's how it goes for me. If The Rise of Skywalker is something that I absolutely dislike, then I'll let you guys know when I see it. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. I want it to be good, so I'm not going to lie. I feel sad we won't get any more Anakin Darth Vader in live action. Well, except from you. That's right. You guys will have the Vader fan film, 100%. But we might, with the Kenobi show, they could show flashbacks of Anakin or things like that, or what Vader's up to. Cassian Andor show, we might see stuff. It is during the Empire, so I imagine, right? So, yeah, it is. So there's lots of time there, right? Rogue One was all about during the Empire. So we could see Krennic, we could see Tarkin, could see Vader, could see Palpatine even. List is endless. So I'm more excited for the Cassian Andor show than I kind of lead on, because it's during the time of the Empire. This is like, it. So it's kind of just a continuation of Rogue One, or like a prequel to Rogue One, really. I'm going Sunday to watch it. I'm so hyped. I love you. Love you too, Going Scarface. Anakin better be in that movie. I agree. George Lucas and Hayden were not on the guest list. Doesn't appear they were invited. Maybe they just declined, Or maybe Anakin's in the film and he didn't want to. They didn't want to like leak it, like, oh, he's in the movie or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, man? I love your content. Keep up the awesome work. Thanks, Tyler. There's a Battlefront 2 Rise of Skywalker trailer. Yeah, I saw it. Jeremiah Avery, according to the reviews, it is busy and at points hard to follow, but satisfying. I know I'll probably watch it more than once over the coming weeks. Yeah, I saw The Last Jedi twice only. So, the first time was by myself, and the second time was with a bunch of friends because they wanted to go. And I thought my opinion would change the second time, and it didn't. And that was the last time I ever saw it. Was when it was in theaters. You have a lot more fans than haters. You're easily the most genuine favorite YouTubers to most of your subscribers because you're real. Don't let the negativity overshadow all the positive. Thanks, Guy. Appreciate it. I'm seeing Rise of Skywalker tonight. Cannot wait. On behalf of everyone in the chat, we all love what you're doing, so please keep it up. We all love you, man. Dude, Mischief Gaming, have fun, bro. I'll probably be gaming on the gaming channel in honor of your name. Jay Workman says, the fact that you're the biggest Star Wars YouTuber and didn't get a premiere invite is a crime. Also, when you said The Last Jedi isn't a Star Wars movie, couldn't agree more. Feels more like a parody movie rather than a saga entry to me. See, I realize why I'm probably not invited. When they claimed the fan film, that caused a really big uproar, right? Whether it was Disney or whoever else, I'm not a copyright lawyer. All I see is, something pop up on my email and my video being like, these people claimed it, and that's all I go off of, right? I mean, why are those names there? So I just wonder why they wouldn't want to work with me instead of, I don't know. Who knows? I've heard some really weird things from people within. Just strange things. I wrote about it in the article that the Telegraph made about me. It goes really into detail about everything about my past, about making the channel, about Disney's treatment to me, about The Last Jedi, about Star Wars in general, about the fandom, other Star Wars YouTubers, everything. Which I'll probably reveal in a video eventually one day when I just feel the time's right. But, they contacted me. They're like, hey, we'd love to do a piece on you for our younger fans. And I was like, yeah, sure. If Anakin doesn't make it, I will abandon the sequel movies. That will be a big slap in the face. If Anakin doesn't show up, that'll be a big undermining to his character, I think. I hope he's back, man. Otherwise, it's just like, what the heck? And Palpatine better be cool. Like, if he's like if Rey beats Palpatine or Kylo beats Palpatine, I'm going to be really upset. The only way to take him down is if they all come together and the Force Ghosts show up to give them power to take him down. That is how I want it to be done. I will only be okay with that. I'm very hard-headed about that. Because you can't bring back a legend like Palpatine and then have him to be defeated by the new character. Oh, that would be so... Dude, I haven't seen leaks. I've seen some leaks, but I haven't seen the official ones or anyone leaked anything from the film or anything like that. So I huge fan. I think the next movie should be The Old Republic with Darth Bane. Yes, dude. We got to go back to The Old Republic, big time. Maybe a Skywalker is a new type of Jedi Order. Since Luke wanted the Jedi to end, I'm excited for it. It's possible. Can you do Battlefront 2 trailer breakdown? So much I'd like to say. But I don't know. After what happened with the claim on the Vader fan film, I kind of like bite my tongue now because I don't want people to go after those companies because it just, in the end, I mean, I don't know. But no, I'm not going to do a breakdown. I guess maybe a Skywalker is a new type of Jedi Order since Luke. And also, to make something clear, someone said, "Oh, I can't believe that you weren't invited to the premiere." And my reply was, to Lucasfilm and Disney, I'm literally I'm a raindrop on a car window in the middle of winter. Like, I'm insignificant to them. Like, it doesn't, yeah. So, I may be, important to you guys, and what I'm doing is important to you guys, and I love you guys for that. But for them, no. I've heard rumors that even some officials have said that I'm what's the word? What'd they say? Competition. I don't know if that's true, but that's something I heard, which blew my mind. It actually made me sad, but I don't know. Again, there's a whole story I could go into about things that I know and stuff, but why, man? Screw it. Just move on. Are Myth and Legends canon now? You mean canon and Legends? No. Legends is always Legends. Seeing Rise of Skywalker Thursday. Thanks for everything you do. Right on, man. Binge watch Rebels. Very important with Mortis. Yes, I agree. With that dagger, I think it's very important. I like turtles. I like turtles too. Corio is a new member. Anakin made a new lightsaber for episode 3. Luke made a new one for episode 6. Rey maybe makes a new one in episode 9 and gives fixed Skywalker blade to Kylo. That'd be cool, man. Kylo deserves that blade. It's not Rey's. Now, I know a lot of people are saying that, oh, Palpatine was just thrown into the mix, like he wasn't really... Okay, but in the Force Awakens book, a voice tells Rey to kill him. This is not in the movie. A voice tells, and I did a video on this, but it just gets, obviously gets like passed because there's just so many videos on YouTube or whatever. A voice tells Rey to kill him when she has Kylo on the ground. And it said it was a mysterious voice. No one knows. So obviously it was Snoke, and if it was Snoke, then it was Palpatine. So he's been chilling around in the background the whole time. And I've had this theory for a while now that he's the first theory on the channel that started this whole channel off, this whole thing, my career, is that Palpatine was controlling Snoke. It's just funny how it comes full circle. Kennedy has been corrupted by the feminism side of the Force. I think she's definitely pushing some agenda. I have no problem with feminism. I have no problem with women winning. I'm going to have a daughter one day, and I want her to look up to characters that aren't dainty little princesses and, that need a man. But when you push an agenda before the story, I think you're really alienating your fandom, your audience, and your sales are going to go down. So don't do that. It's stupid. Don't run a story based on politics. Run it on a story. So the thing with Rey is that she needs some backstory. We need to know why she is so strong. And I feel like they failed to do that in the 8th movie, which was really when they needed to do it. And we didn't get an answer, so it was just more of this. It was a prolonged era of fans being pissed off. And I think that's where that all comes from. I don't think it has anything to do with her being a girl. Maybe for some people, but not for me. You know, if Kylo was unbelievably powerful like that, I would have just as much of a problem with it because it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Luke and Anakin both trained extremely hard. Luke less than Anakin, you know, and he still sucked in Empire Strikes Back. Like he got his butt handed to him, but he came back, and that is relatable to life. That's what people want. That's like, you don't just start. It's like Ray reminds me of like that super rich kid in high school that we all know who like gets everything given to them by daddy and mommy. It's just like, no, like we don't like you. Why? And Kylo is like the dude who came from super rich parents or grandparents, but like gets nothing, you know, kind of. It's like, it kind of makes you feel. I think you should make a live stream after you see it, then make an edited spoiler-free video as well. Keep up the good work. Okay, I could do that. Thanks, man. Slurg Kai says, oh, he's a new member. Night level. Thanks, man. You have made me a Star Wars super fan. Thanks, Jar. By the way, I'll also be doing a private live stream sometime after the movie within the first couple days for join members only, just to chat with you guys, see what you guys think. Trying to be more active for the join guys because the join roster is going up, and if it keeps going up, I'm going to be start making some more exclusive videos just for that, because yeah, I would definitely would like to adhere more to you guys who are becoming members for sure. You know, still keep the same content for free for you guys, but also the join guys, you know, give them something too. I'm seeing it Thursday in 3D. That's pretty cool. 3D. I don't think I'm seeing it in 3D. I think 3D kind of ruins movies because it makes it all dark. Mischief Gaming says, I'm subbed to your channel, Theories Arcade. Oh, cool, dude. I love your content. I wasn't a fan of Last Jedi, but I'm walking in with an open mind. May the Force be with you. My guy. That's how it should be done. You are a great Star Wars channel. Is it wrong of me being a fan of Zootopia and Star Wars? I don't agree with decisions in the Star Wars. No, there's no problem with being a fan of Zootopia. They say a lot of fan service. Fingers crossed, Anakin. Fingers crossed, boys. Let's all cross our fingers right now. Called Jason sends $2. Joel Stewart, do a team up with... She can breathe through her eye. What? That Star Wars girl? She can breathe through her eye? What the hell? I didn't know people could do that. Do you ever plan on going to Galaxy's Edge? Yeah, I'd love to, eventually. Kylo Ren is a whiny little bee. Yeah, he is. The early word by people like Campea is... Dude, who is this Campea I keep hearing about? Who the hell is Campea? The early word by people like Campea is not good, and the reason they give is the exact feelings I had coming out of The Last Jedi. Okay. It's like I'm hearing all these like random names that I don't know about. Like who's Campea? Who's this other guy? Armstrong? Louis no, not Louis. Mendelsohn. Who the heck's Mendelsohn? Who the heck's Mendelsohn and Campea? Who are these guys? Are they some sort of like figure or something? I'm a bit pissed because they don't use much of George's ideas, but they never really did. George Lucas wasn't even at the premiere. All right, we got 5,000 people in the chat. Let's try to get up to 2,000 likes. Come on, man. You're all here. You're all chilling. I know you're here. You just hit that like button. Again, I wish we didn't have to, but YouTube is weird like that. Since some classic music is returning for 9, if you had to pick the top three pieces of Star Wars music you want to appear in 9, what would they be? Anakin's Dark Deeds. Across the Stars. Duel of the Fates, and I'm going to go one extra. The theme at the end of Return of the Jedi. No! My favorite theme in Star Wars, I would say, one of my favorite themes, is when, I don't know the name of it, but when Luke is fighting Vader in 6, it's right after Luke says, no, and like starts fighting Vader, because he's like, maybe she will, perhaps she will. He's talking about Leia, and it's like that, it was the first time, I think, in the original trilogies, I think George or Rick McCollum or someone was saying this, that like they had music during a lightsaber fight, because they never put music during a lightsaber duel because the lightsabers were musical themselves. But this was the first time, and they found that it worked really well because it was such a big moment. I think that theme, chills every time. Every time. Music is, like, I think one of the most important parts about a movie. A movie wouldn't be the same without music. In fact, I was one of the first Star Wars YouTubers to ever put music in my videos, and I really attribute a lot of that to it being a lot more enjoyable to watch, because I would listen to my videos without music, and I'd be like, okay. And then I'd listen to it with music, and I'd be like, this is much more enjoyable. It really depends what kind of music you put, how loud it is. Like, I have a plugin that I bought, which was like $150, and this is more of a recent thing. I actually got to go through my whole setup with you guys, because like, the videos, I crunched down like how much the videos actually cost with like all my equipment. Like, each video is, I think, like over a couple $100 easily. Like, just with equipment, if we break it down in like the 1,500 videos that I have, just because my equipment's now so good, you know, thanks to all the patrons and join members, I get to upgrade everything and make stuff sound better. I don't know if you've noticed, but like my stuff sounds a little more crisp. So yeah, that would probably be my favorite song. Here's hoping it's everything we've wanted and more. I agree, man. I'm one of the silent watchers. Love your work. Thanks for all you do. I'm the same page with you on The Rise of Skywalker. May the Force be with you. Thanks, Zachary. Rey used lightning. That's why she looks at hand. What? Dude, don't spoil stuff. Is that true? Weird. Theory, just want to say I really look up to you, man. You have turned your dreams into a reality, and we love you for it. Palps better be cool. I love you guys, man. I want to, wherever I go, if I succeed, I want the fandom to succeed, and I want to give you guys content that you like. Just fan content, you know? And I want to have fun with you guys. So it's very natural for me. I want this to be like a win-win, you know? I saw a leak, not sure if it's true or not, but if it is, then I'm walking out of the theater. I've read some leaks too, man. Wasn't happy with them. What about a live action show featuring Kreia? It'd be freaky. It'd be interesting. At least it'd be freaky when she turns to the dark side. Tyler Jolsky is a new member. Thanks, man. Frank Oz said he's not in the film. Is he lying? Frank Oz voices Yoda. So Yoda's not in the film? What the hell? Mr. OK, welcome to Night Level member, and Neil is an initiate. Thanks, man. Should Thrawn be in Kenobi Cassian series? Yeah, he can be thrown into pretty much anything. Zach says, in one of the last TV spots, Sidious's voice changes between when he says, my body, and I have been every voice. It sounds like a machine or something is turned on behind the voice's thoughts. I don't know. I have to go back and watch that. How do you become a member of the channel? I wanted to watch a video, but it was only for members. I usually have a link, but I don't do it in live streams. I just put a link to the website. Actually, if you go to the website, there's a join button. So you just click the join button, and you can go to it. Or you just go into the homepage of Star Wars Theory on the YouTube channel, and you should see the join button on your PC. I also have a link in all the video descriptions. Parth says, how's your truck, man? Oh, dude, it was good. The tow truck came, gave me a jump, and yeah, it was great. I wanted to live stream with you guys last night, live stream the red carpet premiere, but yeah, my truck broke down, so I had to get a jump. I thought it was something else. I thought the suspension was shot, but it was, yeah, it was just a jump, so it's fine. Do you think Dave Filoni should replace Kathleen Kennedy? Yes. And Jon Favreau. Morgan... welcome to the member. Well, he's a join member. Welcome to the memberhood. That's what I want to say. Bo Screasy is also a member. Thanks, man. Peaceful Haley says, hope The Rise of Skywalker is good, or it's going to break my heart, to be honest. Me too, man. That's why I was more inclined to do an edited video, because I just feel like if man, like that live video will be raw and it'll be real, but I don't want to go off the handle if it's bad, because this is it. I've been shutting my mouth for 5 years, you know? And if it's not good, like, I don't know, man. I don't want it all to come out. Hayden wasn't at the premiere because they don't want to spoil it. Yeah, maybe. 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 New members: Chris, Quackers, Cameron, Janelle, Chris, Marin, Matin, Maestro. Thank you, guys. Mischief Gaming, and Zach. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Where we at? Right. I'm still hoping for a Darth Jar Jar appearance. New member Cameron and Chris. Did you guys see that post I made on Instagram? With Darth Jar Jar? Ethan Thomas. Thank you, dude. Locationary says, I'd love for a younger Qui-Gon series. So when Bob Iger was talking about like it's endless, it really is. They could make a young Windu. They could make a Windu returning. They could make a young, I don't know, Anakin between episode 1 and 2. Like, they could do everything. They could just keep going. Where do you sign up? Click on the website link, and then you can just a join button on the homepage, or just go to the homepage of the channel, depending if you're on PC or not. Yesterday, people said it's hella dark, sad, also happy. Dude, I hope it's dark. I hope it's dark. It needs to be dark. Robert Slack, thank you, man. I still like turtles, says SFC. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the $2. I love turtles, too. Ninja Turtles. Where's Vader Episode 2? Love your vids, by the way. Vader Episode 2. On my list is to get a house. I would love to get out of an apartment. I'm almost 30. I've been living in apartments like my whole life. So I'd like to get out of a house. So this was my goal, to do episode 1. And then I was going to do episode 2. And I'm like, you know what, man? Like, it's taken a long time to save money. So I'm going to get a house, save up for a house. I want to branch out. I want to have my own studio and everything, like full on, like just like a nice looking studio. Where I can do more, have guests come, invite them over, people from the show, fly them out, things like that. People from the movies, I mean. And I'd like to have people work for me. So for that, I need a studio. And then I'd like to do episode 2. And after episode 2, I may not be around on Star Wars Theory anymore. I'm not sure. I want to pursue other endeavors like writing a book and making that into a movie. So I want to sell that to a like a big company like Fox, or well, I guess Fox is owned by Disney now. Like Universal. I'm a big fan of Universal. I love their park. Universal Studios is my favorite. Mike, that Star Wars girl, Mike Zero, need to do crossovers? What does that mean? Wish you a good time watching the movie. May the Force be with you. Thanks, man. Wish you a good time, too, unless you've seen it already. Hey, I love your work. Just let me say that the Force is strong here. Now, how would you think that Palpatine has returned? Just a quick recap of what you honestly think about his recluse on Exegol. I don't know how he returns because I haven't seen the movie. So I think he returns because, yeah, how the hell how would he have survived? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's essence transfer, there's all that, but like, I mean, he fell down. Okay, hold on. Hold up. In the Kylo Ren comic that I covered, let me find this. Let me find this bad boy. Snoke is teaching Kylo to. He throws him off a cliff, and he basically, check this out, and he teaches Kylo to save himself by floating. Let's see this right here. Right here. Big hello. Shut up. I hate my voice. Sometimes I hate like hearing my voice back. So okay, wait. I gotta show you guys desktop. Of course it won't load, but anyways, this video, we finally learned how Snoke trains Kylo. So that one actually shows you how, let me make myself bigger again. So that one actually shows how Kylo There we go. So that one shows how Kylo like falls off a cliff, and then he's just like floating in midair, like right before he touches the ground, or these spikes rather. And Snoke says something, or Palpatine says, if I was worried about you being killed by heights, then I wouldn't be training you or something like that. So, I think maybe that's possibly a way that Palpatine could have survived since he was training Kylo that. So maybe when he fell to the bottom, he just kind of stopped himself, but like he hit things on the way down. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I've relied on you for all my Star Wars content. 2 years. Right on. Hey, bro, happy holidays. Can't wait to see the movie Sunday and to see what you have to say about it so we can discuss as a community. Keep up the amazing work. Love you so much, man. Thanks, John. Thank you for the quality content. You have such passion and you're a genuine soul. Keep up the good work. May the Force be with you. Thanks, Jesse. Turbo says, have you heard there's no Anakin? Dude, if there's no Anakin, I'm going to be so pissed off. So pissed off. Would you ever like to be in charge of a live-action project at Lucasfilm? I think you deserve to be in part position, and the fans would love it. Maybe. Honestly, I feel I have more freedom on my channel. But if they would love for me to be a part of their project, yeah, obviously. I've wanted to work for them. That was my first job that I ever wanted as a kid, was to make lightsabers for Star Wars movies. It's just funny now. Look at what I'm doing, Star Wars channel. Mischief Gaming, thanks, dude. Shoutouts from Norway, big fan. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Sigurd. My guy, you have given me new hope to episode 9. Bless you. Thanks, Doc. Yo, KL. Thanks, man. Hey Theory, Darth Vader series with Hayden and James. I didn't say Hey Siri. I said Hey Theory. Stupid. No, I said Hey Theory. Replaying Jedi Fallen Order. Hope holocrons feature in Rise of Skywalker. Okay, we got to play that game again. I keep saying we're going to play Jedi Master, but we haven't yet. I want to go as Kylo for the movie, but I am shy. People will stare at me weirdly. Got any advice for it? Yeah, don't give a crap what people think and live for you. One day you're going to be old and you're going to be like decrepit and you're like, oh, I don't care anymore what people think. I should have had my fun. Rise of Skywalker premiere happens only once. Just go in there. Have fun. Do your thing. People are insecure and they're going to judge you regardless. So don't live for them. I spent too many of my years living for other people and what they think of me. And I just don't give a damn. Love you, mate. Wanted to be a member for ages. Thanks, man. How do you feel about the stupid... the trackers in The Mandalorian? I find it really hard to enjoy the show with them in it. I don't mind the trackers. It's all right. Like, you mean those little devices? They're okay. Wasn't spoiling, just theorizing like you, big fan. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. That'd be interesting if she was using lightning. Yeah. Oh my god, Kylo kills Rey. No, he doesn't. They would never do that. We all know that would never happen. Love your content. May the Force be with you. They need to do Revan and that whole timeline. Yeah, they do. I would really love to see what pre-Episode 1 Star Wars would look like, but I'm not sure Disney would risk going into totally unknown territory like that. What do you think? I think they're excited to go into unknown territory because it's not related to the Skywalker saga. So I don't think we'll ever get anything to do with the Skywalkers again, unfortunately. Or maybe, but I doubt it. They seem to be very keen on getting rid of it. I'm going to see Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker tomorrow at noon here in Denmark. We are getting it tomorrow. May the Force be with you always. Thanks, man. Star Wars Theory. I won't do Star Wars Theory. Sorry, I can't permit it. What? Bro, you don't need to sell your script. You're so famous you could easily get VC investment funding. Maybe. I don't know, man. Just joking, mate. Got your back, whatever you do. Thanks, Parth. There are some abilities in regards to the Force that most consider unnatural. There is your hint. Thinking way outside of the box on this one. I'm going Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern in New York, not the city. Love the channel and all your support and all your content. You have this volunteer firefighter's approval, my good sir. Hey, right on, man. Please show us your raw emotions. Fandom and passion have been the same meaning behind it. And one last question. Can I buy your merch in Germany? Yes, you can. It's worldwide. Thank you. I grew up with sequels, and just watching the newer to me doesn't seem like Star Wars to me anymore. They felt like they're rebuilding a new fan base. I agree. I really liked The Force Awakens. Thought it was fun. But Palps returns from Hulk snapping everyone. Personally, I wasn't a fan of The Last Jedi, but thought there were some good elements. Can you tell us why you disliked Episode 8 and if there are any parts you like? I didn't like Episode 8 because it focused on too many things that weren't related to Star Wars, such as the Canto Bite thing was garbage. That was like, let's spend 30-40 minutes saving the animals, which has no direct correlation to the plot whatsoever. Which this is like, time is of the essence, 30 minutes for Canto Bite, and in the end, it doesn't do anything. I mean, like, what? Why? Why would you spend time on that? And then the slave children, they just leave them there. Like, what is that? They can't free the slave kids, but they can free the horses. Like, come on, whatever. Like, it's just weird. The treatment of Luke was the main thing that got me in a frump, I guess you could say. I just wasn't a fan of that at all. I didn't like how they treated his character. I don't think Luke would act like that. Sure, people change when they get older, but this is a story that's supposed to keep hope in people. Luke was a character for me that when I was a child, I would look to him for certain situations. In my life, I'd be like, how would Luke handle this? And then now it's like, well, what am I supposed to think when I'm in a difficult situation? Cower away and go to an island and give up? No. That's not how you deal with life. Luke, Return of the Jedi, is how you deal with life. You come back stronger. You fail. Episode 4, he's this farm boy with nothing, right? And he's looking to the horizon, to the suns, and he's wondering where he lies in the galaxy, what his destiny will be. And this was actually George Lucas's favorite scene in all of his movies because it reminds him of him. What are his next adventures going to be? And that's an amazing scene in any movie, This boy who doesn't know where he belongs. This person who doesn't know where he belongs, what his future will be. So then he goes, he finds this wizard who tells him he has a destiny and all that stuff, and he's strong with the Force and trains him. And over time, he becomes, he fails and fails and fails and, finishes his training early with the frog and Yoda and goes on to lose and finds out that his father is the evil tyrant in the galaxy, which was never actually his father in the original scripts, which I've made videos on. I haven't uploaded them yet, but I will be uploading them. Then he comes back as this total cool dude in Jabba's palace, like just the gate opens and the sun is just like silhouetting him. He walks in with his robes and he's just like chokes the guards. Like, the guy is so cool at this point, and you can tell it's it's been some time between episode 5 and he's trained and he's gotten stronger. Boom! I love that. That is so cool. And in the end, he gives up everything, his friends, the galaxy, everything, because of what he believes in, that he will not turn to the dark side. That is a man with morals. That is a man with a backbone. That is a man with honor. It makes me emotional to even talk about it, because that's what every man should strive to be like, at least to some degree, to have their own convictions and have their own backbone. Whatever you believe in, you should believe in it full-heartedly, right? And shouldn't be swayed by anyone else. And that's what I love. Luke in The Last Jedi was a wussy. And Mark Hamill said this himself. He doesn't go away for decades at a time. He would just go away for maybe 6 months, and then he would be like, all right, time to put on the robes to get back to business. So I'm over feeling sorry for myself. So that's why I didn't like The Last Jedi. Also, the thing with Snoke was just stupid, and there was no, it like backtracked from The Force Awakens. Like episode 8, you're supposed to answer some questions, you know, leave the fans wanting more. At the end of the movie, it just closes the door on everything, and Rian Johnson said in an interview, it was his personal vendetta. It was his personal little stamp he wanted to put on Star Wars. He doesn't understand Star Wars. He doesn't understand the characters, and that's true because he didn't. And if he did, well, the fandom wouldn't be like this. You may have liked the film, you may have not liked the film, but at the end of the day, you cannot deny that the guy does not know right from left when it comes to Luke Skywalker, when it comes to preserving a legendary character or telling a story that has 40 years of backstory. Sure, he can write his own stories, yeah, but not when they're attached to 40 years of something. And that's the problem that so many people had with it. That's the problem that I had with it. So that's why I didn't like it. Rant. Theory, what do you think of Mike Zero on YouTube? He's all right. We were friends in the beginning, and then he once my fan film came out, he didn't talk to me anymore. I don't know. It's weird. Michael Bonefeld is a new member. Thanks, man. Crossover shows with other Star Wars channels. Crossover shows with other shows. I'm not going to... Look, these are the only Star Wars channels that I like and approve of. Is the Lore Master, Star Wars HQ. There's one more I'm not thinking of. There's one more I'm not thinking of. But those are the ones. They're real. They've always been very nice to me, and I love their content, you know? Connor Couture is a new member. Thanks, man. Master level. Dude, thank you. Hey, Theory, love your work. Can I be your Sith apprentice? I didn't say Siri. I said Theory. God damn it, stupid phone. Can I be your Sith apprentice? It would be awesome. And I need to improve my work and channel. What is thy bidding, my master? Dude, how have we been streaming for an hour already? Jeez. I'm going to end the stream very soon now. So just reading through all these super chats from you guys. Thank you so much. DDS Star. No, guys. I got stories on every Star Wars YouTuber, pretty much. And just a lot of disingenuous, phony, backstabbing, kind of two-faced stuff, and that's why you never hear me talk about them. That's why you never hear me collab with them or see me collab with them. And yeah, that's how it's always going to be. And I'm never going to say stuff about them. I'm never going to name them by name, because they don't live in my world, and they made their choices. So I'm very cutthroat like that. Cross me, and that's it. Best of luck. I need to improve my work and channel. If you need to improve your channel, just do what you love. That's really all I got to say. When I hit 2 million subs, I'm going to make a video on what I did to grow the channel. Everything. John Williams did say that every previous Star Wars theme would be in Episode 9, so what else would they use themes like Battle of the Heroes for and Across the Stars for? I don't know. Maybe Anakin returning, and maybe Padme. It really is all about Padme if we think about it. So Annie and Palps were friends, then co-workers. Kylo is from Annie, and Rey is maybe from Palps. They fight, then perhaps they get together. Odd circles of life. Interesting. I agree. I want to write my own little Star Wars trilogy, but I'm terrified of ruining the franchise worse than Disney because I only know the movies. What do I do? Write your own Star Wars trilogy, man. Have fun. When you write things, it's a great way of expressing how you feel. Star Wars Theory, if we have watermelons, how come we don't have fire melons, air melons, earth melons? You've answered a question. You've asked a question that I don't have an answer to. But I wish we did have fire melons. I like fire. That sounded really creepy. Wow. I like fire. What a weirdo. I'm scared. Oh, 50 pounds, dude. Thank you very much, J Workman99. I'm scared of the prospect, but also would love it if Disney does Revan, the Old Republic. If they do it just right, it would be phenomenal, but there's a big chance they could also butcher the character and era. Very mixed bag with that one for me. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about with everything, right? But they did a great job with Mandalorian, so at least so far, right? So it just really depends on who's behind it, I think. You know? We need a master of Knights of the Old Republic. Remaster. Yes, we do. Called Jason as a new member. Thanks, man. Your vids have helped me through some crap times. Thank you, dude. Your comments have helped me through crap times. Avengers versus Vader and Palpatine. Vader and Palpatine, come on. Dude, thank you for all your content and the passion you put behind it. My son and I watch your channel together, and it makes him love Star Wars even more. How do I become a member? That's very nice of you, Dion. I hope I don't butcher your name. Guy wants to donate to me, and I like butcher his name. That's such a terrible feeling. That's what you worry about as a YouTuber. You can hit the website. The join button's on there, or it's in the link of all my videos, or it's on the homepage if you go on your computer. Totally agree with you with the views on The Last Jedi. Luke, I could listen to you talk about Star Wars all day. Keep up the good work. You're awesome. Thank you, man. This guy's name is PP Poo Poo. I love that name. It's a good name. Do we see you on what? EFAP one day? What is that? What's that? I think the important thing that Bob was talking about is probably an Old Republic series or movie or TV show. Your thoughts on an Old Republic series or movie? I think we would do a series because then it's going Game of Thrones style, hopefully with a better ending. And I like shows. I really do. I feel like you get way more connected to the characters because it's just longer and you got something to look forward to every week versus a movie. It's cool, but typically, I mean, there are only so few movies that you watch on repeat, right? Star Wars, for me, I watched it every single night with my dad when the originals were like the only ones that were out when I was a kid. And then the prequels we watched every night. The other movies we watched were Karate Kid, the trilogy, and the Back to the Future trilogy. Those were the movies, and James Bond movies, the old James Bond movies. So those franchises and The Matrix. The list just keeps going. Those were the ones that we would always watch on repeat. Other than that, I don't really watch a movie after watching it like once or twice. So I like shows. I think they're rewatchable for sure. I think they're fun. But also there's that quick little... Movies are efficient. You sit down, you finish after 2 hours, and you're good. Andrew Robbins. Eckhart's and... no comment. No comment. I think the important thing here is... yeah. Ego Hero King just got here. What are your thoughts? What were your thoughts? Also, what are your hopes for the future of Star Wars, like Project Luminous? Rewind the video, my man. My thoughts were that we need to... Yeah, just rewind the video. It's like an hour of talking. Basically, Bob Iger said that they're going to maybe make some sequels, not trilogies. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I would have loved more Maz Kanata in The Last Jedi. Such an intriguing character. Force sensitive. Excitement fills the air. Can't wait for episode 9. Yeah, what do you guys think of Maz? Who do you think she is? I mean, she's old. She's not a Yoda, but she kind of looks esque. Short, wrinkly. How would I go about making my own show? I don't know. Just enjoy what you're doing, and I really don't have advice on that. I really don't know how to. I've never made a show. Well, okay, I guess I made an episode, but that was a fan film. That was totally different. Write a script. Were you hoping to see Hayden and George at the red carpet premiere? Yes, I was, and I'm confused as to why they weren't. EFAP is a podcast with Mahler. Would be nice to see you as a guest. Who's Mahler? I don't know who a lot of these guys are that you guys mentioned. Some of them I do. I think it would be fine if they had a KOTOR 2 series, then KOTOR as a prequel series. They need to go Old Republic, man. That's where the money for them is at, and that's what the fandoms want. The fandom. Well, yeah, maybe fandoms. You know, the Lord of the Ring fandom, Game of Thrones fandom, Star Wars. They would all love the same thing, kind of. So, other than those exclusive videos, are you planning anything special for Join members? Yes, absolutely. Once Upon a Theory will eventually become just for Join members once I have enough Join members that can pay for it. Because the views right now pay for, well, they still don't break even, but the views pay more for Once Upon a Theory than all of my Join members combined. So, yeah, I mean, the cool thing is with Join is like, if 100,000 people do the $2 one for like a month or 2 months, dude, you guys know what I'm going to do with it. Let's buy a house. No, I'm just kidding. You guys know what I'm going to do with it. So that's the cool thing with Join. That's why I want to work on it really hard and make sure I'm offering some exclusive stuff. Also, if COPPA happens, you know, God forbid, let's knock on wood, in 2020, and I don't make any money on videos, then Join is the only thing I'm going to have to go off of. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. But if there were to be an Old Republic series, would you like it to be based on during the times of Revan and Malak, the Triumvirate, Malgus, or Valkorion? The Triumvirate is really cool. Sion and Nihilus, Treya. But Revan and Malak is something I've always wanted to see. So that would be sweet. Malgus, definitely. Okay, just go all of them, man. All right, guys. I had a fun time. 4,000, almost 4,100 viewers here. If we can get up to 3,000 likes, that'd be cool. Be sweet. I love you guys. I love these little live streams. I didn't expect for this one to go to an hour long, but I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. You know, someone the other day they sent me a comment, some hater guy just being like, Disney makes 16-second TV spot. Star Wars Theory makes 16-second reaction, 16-minute reaction video. And someone, whoever it was, I don't remember your name, thank you for backing me up and being like, you know, he talks to his fans. He's not like that at all. This was like a 3-minute video, and it turned into an hour. I enjoy talking to you guys. I love talking to you guys. Whether you send super chats or not, I would be here anyways. I've been here since day one talking to you. And it really, you guys give as much to me as I give to you, you know. I give you entertainment, content, whatever. You guys give me purpose. And I love you. And I appreciate you. And I'm here to stay for as long as I can. So, I'm not going to make it sappy, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Aiden is a new member, and Miguel, thank you guys. Yo, man, love your channel. I'm kind of new to watching a bunch of YouTube vids, but love your stuff and your channel. You seem like a cool guy to grab a beer with and talk Star Wars. Right on, Monty. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much. I love you all. I'm going to stream on the gaming channel later tonight, and I'm going to try to do that, watching the Star Wars movies with you guys with a timestamp. So we can all sync it like one big family around the world. But we'll see how that goes. It's a really busy time right now, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. But I'm going to do my best. Have you or are you planning on going to just join and shutting down Patreon? No, Join and Patreon are both, they're both there. Personally, I like Join more because it allows me to, it's on YouTube, you know. But YouTube does take more. They take more of a cut than Patreon does, I think. So, oh well. And you get special perks with the Join that you don't with Patreon. Like you get the, they're both great. They're both great. You get like emojis and stuff and whatever, but, whatever you prefer, man. Okay. Love you guys. Catch you later. See you in tomorrow's video. I might upload another lore video for you today. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3:11 right now. 11. Make a wish. Okay. I wish Anakin's in the film. Love you guys. May the Force be with you. See you in a bit.